Okay, so here we go. 5 at 5 injuries and more injuries. That's the story of Indian cricket today. Multiple injuries as far as the men's game is concerned. Shreyas Iyer still in the Sydney hospital. In the ICU is what we are told. Medically stable, under observation is also what we are told. So nothing to worry on that regard. But because there was a complication, he has been asked or he has been taken back to the ICU. Will be kept under observation at least for the next 72 hours. His parents are rushing to Australia. They've applied for an urgent visa and will be with him, as will be India's medical doctor. So that's the Shreyas Iyer update. As far as the Pratika Rawal update is concerned, big blow for India. World Cup semi-final, Pratika Rawal is ruled out. Shubhan joining us from Canberra, Trisha and Snehashish from Navi Mumbai, Bharat from Bangalore. As I said, Pratika Rawal also ruled out. Trisha is saying there could be a complication as far as Richa Ghosh is concerned. So huge injury concerns ahead of the World Cup semi-final. Let me go to you, Trisha. What are you hearing? We already know about Pratika Rawal. What's going on? Shubhayan also mentioned. Is there a chance of Shafali
Shafali.
Verma making it to the team? What is going on? What are the updates do you have, Trisha Ghoshal, Snehashish Mukherjee?
Well, as of now, yes, there is no official confirmation, but Pratika all but ruled out of this World Cup, and Shafali Verma is being discussed as the backup opener. But there is another question mark, and that is Richa's finger injury could well be a fracture. There is no confirmation yet, but sources say that could be the case, and if that's the case, then I'm not 100% sure how can Shafali come in the team. I mean, she can be added in the squad, but if Richa plays as a pure batter and Uma Shetri plays as the wicket keeper, then where do you have a position for Shafali to come in? So there are a lot of questions, and unfortunately, all these questions are right before such an important match. I mean, even if it was a group stage match, we had 4 5 days, I would still understand. But I think it's too close to the main match that we are hearing all this. Richa is still under observation, but her injury does not look great for sure.
Shubhayan, your thoughts on what, or rather not thoughts, what's going on with Shreya Iyer?
See, Boriana, we reported yesterday that he is the only player who had to stay back. He did not get the medical clearance to travel back to India, and that's because of the area that he has hurt while taking that catch. Since rib cage and the entire area is related to breathing, he did not get the medical clearance to fly back to India, and of course. Today came to know that he has been admitted to the ICU, but as per the BCCI update, he's doing well. He's recovering well. Yes, his vitals had dropped a bit in the today morning, but he's doing fine at the ICU in a Sydney hospital. I'm not naming the hospital because of security reasons, but of course,
No, no
of
need.
course, yes, yes, and of course, his parents, maybe perhaps his sister, accompanied by one of the parents, will fly into Sydney. But that's just because out of concern. There's nothing too serious to be worried about. And what I have heard is that some officials have also had a conversation or had a phone call with Shreyas. He's doing fine now, and in the next couple of days, you will
And
see him improve.
MCA officials is what I'm told.
Yes, BCCI officials are also in touch. The team doctor, and I'll confirm you his name in a bit. He's also in Sydney. He's not here in Canberra, so he stayed back with Shreyas Iyer. Both the physios, Kamlesh Jain and Yogesh Parmar, they are here along with the team, and the team doctor has stayed back with Shreyas Iyer. Just to make sure that there's proper communication and properly taken care of. But in the next couple of days, everyone is confident that he will improve, his health will improve, and soon in a week or so, you will see him fly back to India and then continue his treatment and recovery in regards to his health. But there's nothing to worry about. It's not critical. It's not very serious. So yeah, I think we can put an end to those speculations. But Shreyas is fine as we know now.
Any before I go to Bharat, any point at this point in time, any dateline or anything you can suggest? Because a lot of people ask me even in personal saying, oh, South Africa series still a month away. Anything you can tell us about that? Because obviously when somebody is still in hospital it's impossible, but have you heard anything to that effect? South Africa series, is it likely, still possible, etc.?
Borela, it's not important that it's not important to talk about his availability for the South Africa series for now. At least what we should focus on is about his recovery, about his health, and we wish him the speedy recovery. Once he's fine, we all know that Shreyas is an integral part of this Indian setup. He's your vice captain of the team. So once he's fine, once he's fit, he will come back. But if you ask, it is too early to talk about whether he'll be playing that South Africa ODI series, which starts from November 30. That's a month away. But if you ask me, my personal opinion, I'm not seeing him play that series. But you never know. You never know. He's still pretty young. Recovery time can be pretty quick in those mid 20s. And of course, talking about the area which he has hurt, spleen. I was googling things, and it was, I read somewhere that it is one of the fastest areas in the human body to recover. It's a self recovery process. So he will be fine. He will be fine. But like for now, as of now, I think we should be least bothered about whether he'll be playing the a bilateral series in a format which is very not very important at this point. Once he's fit and fine, he'll be back in the playing 11. Is that we know?
Bharat, unfortunate for somebody like Shreyas. Every time he's kind of playing a magical innings, good innings, very good innings, something happens. So one that. Secondly, the Pratika Rawal question. Before I go back to Trisha and Snehashish on that, your thoughts, Bharat? How critical is this Pratika blow? Because she was 308 runs into the World Cup, playing beautifully, especially New Zealand 100 momentum. How important is that for India? How critical is the blow, Bharat?
Yeah, I'll start with Pratika Rawal because it's more of a cricketing topic. It's slightly easier for me to answer. She's someone who obviously has been in form and scored that important 100 against New Zealand. And it seemed like Pratika and Smriti Manana, they had got into, what can you say, good partnership. It seemed like they were understanding each other really well. And that is very important in cricket as openers. So they had that kind of equation as openers, and it would be a huge miss for the Indian team because she's still scoring runs. His people will tell that her strike rate is not good and all that stuff. But in one day cricket, if you score 90 of 100, 105 balls like she did against New Zealand, then it's absolutely fine. Those two were giving, what can you say, those two were giving India a base, a foundation stone. So Pratika Rawal will be missed against Australia. Hopefully, if Shafali Verma comes in with the squad, that is, if she comes in the squad and plays in the playing level, or if she gets an opportunity, she can get that score of substance. Because if you look at her average, if you look at her average in ODI cricket 2023, it doesn't really give you a lot of confidence that she will get a good score on the board. As far as Shreyas Iyer is concerned, it's very unfortunate. He's basically almost at the peak of his prowess when it comes to limited overs cricket and spleen injury. Yes, I understand from whatever others have said that it's not critical, but still spleen injury, it can't be taken lightly. He might have, I'm hoping it won't be, he might have on a long term basis a few complications here or there. Hopefully, it won't be the case. He will recover quickly, and fingers crossed, he will again play for India at least in a couple of months.
Trisha, same thoughts. What's your likely 11? Pratika Rawal. And secondly, this Alana King question. Snehashish, take that. Alana King, India needs to decode last two matches. Two. Two is the at the rate at which Alana King has conceded runs, two per over. So in great form, and some of those deliveries are really fantastic. So Alana King and India's likely 11. Trisha, Snehashish.
Okay, so if you talk about the Alana King factor, obviously the form that she's carrying into this game, I think it will be very critical for the Indian batters because throughout the tournament, all the batters have struggled against spin. I know the numbers is much higher against left-arm spinner. Obviously, Sophie Molino will be another factor, but along with her. Also now Diana King will be a big factor, and as you mentioned that turn that she is getting, and somehow she managed to get the same purchase of this wicket also. I think then things will be critical, especially for the middle order and lower order batters. So that is one part. And when it comes to the playing 11 of India's, most likely now, as we all know that maybe what Pratika is ruled out. So then, as India went with Amanjot Kaur as the surprising opening partner of Smriti
I don't
Mandhana.
think that will happen
Yeah,
against
I don't, and
Australia.
I think it shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't, yeah.
It shouldn't happen against Australia. I think if you are playing Uma Chetri, then obviously Uma Chetri should open the innings, or another option will be there. Go with Harleen Deol. I think Harleen Deol and Smriti Mandhana can open, and then you can come up with another bowling option. Your sixth bowling option, maybe one Radha Yadav or maybe one Arundhati Reddy, maybe, and that can bolster your lower order also.
What I think is basically instead of Radha, Snehal Rana will come in straight up.
Yeah.
That is pretty clear. So if Richa comes in place of Amanjot and she's fit enough to keep wickets, then straight away Shafali for Pratika. And I think half the problem is solved. By that, there is also one thing, Boryada, I think a lot of people are saying, it's great that, and I really wanted to address it because in our breaking video, I saw a lot of comments that it's great that Pratika Rawal is injured. And I'm taking the name because it absolutely made me furious that she's injured and Shafali will come in and win against Australia. I'm sorry, but Shafali has got a lot of matches. I did not see her winning alone. Yes, a few matches, sure. Potential, sure. But it's not like she has not got chances. And calling someone Pratika Rawal, I mean, come on, in a World Cup, in her debut World Cup, she has scored more than 300 runs. Don't think that's a matter of joke, And under pressure, because the New Zealand game, it was not Smriti Mandhana alone who was under pressure. It was Pratika Rawal too who was under pressure. So it's poor that we are celebrating someone's injury. I mean, we have to be better than that. But yeah, as I said, if the complication arises, if Richa is not able to keep wickets, because then, unfortunately, you have to play a Uma Chetri because she's your only, backup wicket keeper. And if she is your backup wicket keeper who has to play in the 11, then she has to go right at the top or at number 3 with Harleen opening. Otherwise, the only other option, Shafali coming in, you dropping Harleen and playing Uma, I don't think that is happening. We have clearly seen that the Indian, team management, Harman and Amol, they definitely want Harleen in at number 3. So complication arises when Richa does not keep. Otherwise, it's a very simple Sneh coming back, Richa coming back, and Shafali in place of Pratika.
Okay, let me quickly stay on to this one for the next 5 minutes, and then we will shift focus to the men. But we'll keep at this. I mean, the women's game. Indian women are real video champions. I don't know where this negativity and this kind of disgusting, toxic fandom comes from. Anirban Ganguly, while Australia is ready and used to winning the World Cup. What do you even say to such?
But Australians are making reels as well. New Zealand players are making reels as well, and England players are making. New Zealand players, they have gone out in the group stage itself, but they are making reels. They are dancing in reels. Why this toxicity?
They are dancing on field also.
Yeah, they're dancing on the field.
What has reels got to do with playing? You play, you obviously want India to win. The 3 matches they did not win, we were critical. All of us were critical, highly critical. But what has reels got to do? So you mean to say because you have lost something, you will be in mourning, wearing, not even coming to public glare and you can't do a reel? What is the point, man? Some Shudipto Pakrashi, Shefali not even in the squad. Shubhan, you want to address that? Why you said, and or Trisha, whoever, as to how Shefali can come in?
It's a straight replacement. What's the fuss about? Where is this question coming from? If someone
No,
is
because
injured, someone is.
she was not in the reserves. That's why I think this question is being.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can bring in a replacement from outside the squad as well.
Just a second, sorry. Can I talk about this reserves part? Because a lot of people are confused here. So when the squad was formed and the reserves were done, the backup opener was Yastika Bhatia. So you have to understand there was a proper backup opener. And then Yastika, after being part of the squad, well, Trisha Ghoshal, madam, is absolutely correct. Thank you, Anirban. When Yastika got injured, Uma Chetri came in as a replacement, because that at that point it was not about a backup opener, it was about a backup wicket keeper. Yastika was both.
And
He
nowhere is
started
it written that you have to bring in from reserve. You can bring in from outside as well if you
no no
want to bring.
uh, so Shubhayan, it is not about bringing in from outside. You can, of course, that's what I had explained about the ICC event committee approving, and you can bring in from outside. But I'm also saying that there are a lot of people saying that why was Shafali not in the reserves. She was not in the reserves because Yastika was the backup opener and the backup keeper. But when Yastika got injured, both roles needed to be filled in, so they went for Uma Chetri, because you actually do not have a backup keeper. And then the opening slot was was kind of left. The
Is
third opener
Yastika
was
still
left
Yastika
wanting.
still injured?
Yeah, Yastika just has had surgery.
Surgery.
Yeah, so she's recovering.
So Pratika Rawal, is there any chance if there is a replacement done means final also not happening? What we
Yeah,
broke today, you guys broke today, semi-final not happening. So we have to now say that semi-final and final both not happening, right? So no chance for that.
Shafali can only come in if so. Shafali can't come in for one match.
Yeah, I
Only
mean you have
if
to rule her out for the whole
you're
tournament.
out of the tournament, Shafali can
Correct,
come.
correct. Okay. Bharat, introspect says Harleen, Smriti, Jemi, Harman, Richa, Sneh, Deepti, Amanjot, Sri Charani, Kranti, Renuka. Bharat, any difference in this team compared to what you are seeing, or are you seeing Shafali come in and Harleen replaced by Shafali at the top? Bharat.
If Shafali Verma is coming in, then if Richa Ghosh is fit, then I think I would have Shafali at the top of the order because he's still an opener. Was played enough matches as an opener, so I would have her as an opener. Though I have a gut feeling that the Indian management would go with Harleen Diol, maybe make her even open the batting because they don't seem to really be happy with Shafali Verma's form. That I think is fine because over a period of time she's kind of struggled. Though I have got feeling that Harleen will come in into the equation as an opener. But otherwise, I will have Shafali Verma opening the batting, and Richa Ghosh and Jemima, these two girls, I will just be flexible with their batting slots based on how the Indian team is at a particular position. Maybe if India are, say, for example, 220 for one, then you might even think of getting Richa Ghosh to bat at number three because you want someone to come in as a power hitter. So that is what India can do. Otherwise, I will have Shafali at the top.
Before I move to men's cricket, Trisha Snehashish, again, you guys said it was pouring down some half an hour back. That's why you all had to shift indoors. What is the plan Thursday, Friday? I was checking every Met department prediction. There is chance of showers post afternoon both days. What are you hearing, local Met? What is the update? How bad could it be? And if that is the case, you can't play for weather, and that becomes a really difficult toss up in a World Cup high stakes semi final. Trisha Snehashish.
So yesterday at one point I was speaking to one of the ground staff, and I was saying that in the weather app, I think I've written in my piece as well, the chances of rain on Thursday is 90% and on Friday it's 80%. So I had actually asked, does this make any sense? And his exact line was, madam, एक बात बताओ, मैच नहीं होगा तो हम हार जाएंगे क्या? I said, हाँ सर, हम तो निकल जाएंगे मैच नहीं होगा तो. बोले तो फिर एक सेमीफाइनल एग्जिट लग रहा है कि ऐसे ही जाएगा. So I was like, what are you saying? He said, हाँ सर, हाँ मैडम, क्योंकि बिन मौसम का बारिश है तो प्रेडिक्शन सही ही रहेगा. So I was like, okay. He said कि stop start होगा, हम तो जान लगा देंगे. And genuinely speaking, yesterday also they tried so hard that at one point Snehashish and I were like, India Bangladesh match mein, why are they trying so hard? Because this match has no relevance. Poor guys, they were running around. They got another super stopper added, and they had those extra like they have brought in I think 2 or 3 extra mats so that they can get it cleared off quickly. So they'll try to get the match underway, but it seems like very very tough. At least on Friday they're saying the Thursday or Friday मिला के अगर match हो तो शायद कुछ बन सकता है, वरना बहुत टफ लग रहा है.
So that's what we are hearing.
That will
Freaking awesome. Let's move to men's. Yes, reserve day is there. So it is so bad that the game can't be completed in 2 days. Exactly what Trisha was addressing, Rajoshi, just now. Speculations are rife about Rohit Sharma. I'm not getting into IPL, so don't ask me IPL questions. Not even relevant to me today. Freaking awesome says India has never lost a T20 series in Australia. Shubhan, give me an updates from you've already detailed out multiple updates from practice today. Your high points, one, two, three, four. What did you see in practice? Intensity, and what is the weather like in Canberra? Because you were also reporting before I go back to Bharat. Every damn part of the world, Mumbai weather, rain, Canberra rain, Goa football rain. I mean, what the hell is going on? So Shubhan, weather updates, Wednesday, what is likely, and intensity in practice. Your high points, one, two, three, four.
Starting with the weather, I think Boryada, it's more than the rain. Rain is not going to be a major factor, especially on the match day. But it's going to be very chilly. It is freezing right now here in Canberra. It's around 10 minutes to 11, but it is absolutely freezing. Tomorrow morning, there's a frost alert, and temperatures are dropping to 1 degree, 2 degrees in the morning. Could be 0 degrees when the match starts on Wednesday. So it is absolutely freezing. It's going to be worse in Hobart. What I am hearing, Hobart is on a hillier side, so on in the third game, although I think Hobart T20I will be washed out as per the predict forecast, but it's going to be very chilly for us for the 2 days we spend in Hobart. But here also it is absolutely freezing. It's a small city, bit of mountains around, but because of the clear air and the wind that blows around, it's extremely freezing. I kept my hands inside my pocket, and despite it being a wind cheater and a jacket, my hands were freezing. So it is that bad. So we have to go with some extra layers of clothing
Are
that
you
day
are
on
you
on
equipped? Are you carrying proper warm clothing or
no,
not?
no, no. I had to buy this. What I'm wearing now. But despite me wearing a decent sweatshirt inside and this jacket, I was absolutely freezing. And I have a good tolerance of winter season. So you can imagine it's that bad. The wind is the concern. And even when the players were going towards the team bus after their practice session, some of them were saying, because they came from the dressing room and just felt the wind and the चिलीनेस they said ये तो ऐसा लग रहा है दिल्ली की ठंड में आ गए हम लोग. So it is that bad. It is very chilly. So I'll keep my eye on, especially on the catching, on the fielding, because it's going to be cold, and I won't be surprised if a few players wear gloves or especially on match day, because the match starts at 7 o'clock, and after 4 p.m. the weather drops suddenly. It's very cold after 4 p.m. here in Canberra, especially today it was very bad. So hopefully let's see, because the match will finish at around 11 p.m. in the night, I'm assuming. So the lives, post match lives, are going to be a big struggle for us on that day. The four of us, the people, the Indian journalists who are here, for us post match coverage will be a challenge. But yeah, we'll manage somehow. But coming to the practice, Boryad, I think it was good intensity practice session, because the team knows that they will get 2 days here in Canberra. One day, I think, 1 or 2 days, 2 days in Gold Coast. So these are the only 3-4 practice sessions that they will get in this entire 5 T20I series. So they want to make the best use of it. All the players were here. But I have to say, you asked me about the 4 points. Number one has to be Abhishek Sharma. The way he is batting, the way he is stonking all the bowlers. Uh, Even he is not leaving Jasprit Bumrah out. So Jasprit Bumrah is also no exception against Abhishek Sharma, and the way he has been batting, it's ultra aggressive, insane level of hitting that he's doing out there at the net. So hopefully he will replicate what he did in the Asia Cup. Batting at the strike rate of 200 is never easy, but he is somewhere somewhat capable of doing so, and that is why he's in this team as the X factor of this batting unit. So Abhishek Sharma, all eyes on him. Shubman Gill, Surya Kumar Yadav, and Shubman Gill, two players who have not got consistent big runs in the recent times, especially Surya Kumar Yadav. They both are captain and vice captain of the team. So we'll keep an eye on both of them. Both looked really good at the nets. So now it's time to replicate that form in the nets on the field on the match day. So for Surya in especially Surya Kumar Yadav, 15-17 innings, he has not got a big score what he's capable of, and being the captain going into the World Cup year, I think he would want to score some big runs and regain that confidence with the bat. So Abhishek batting in a different level. Surya uh, looking good at the nets, but again, can he replicate it on the match day? We'll look at that. Jasprit Bumrah is world's best. You don't have to say. I the first ball which Abhishek Sharma faced, Bumrah was still warming up. He was doing that four-step run up and bowling the delivery. He bowled the first delivery to Abhishek Sharma, pitched it out just in the zone of the middle stump. The ball moved away. Abhishek Sharma was beaten all hands up, and he just gave a smile, and his smile showed that he is the best operator in the world right now. So Jasprit Bumrah back in the thing. So the mood looks good in the camp. We'll keep an eye on Nitish Kumar Reddy also. I felt he will not take part. He will not be fit enough to be available for the first T20I. But tomorrow we will have a better update. He underwent some fitness drills. He did not b- take part in the catching session. He did not bat against any bowlers. Gambhir and a couple of throwdown specialists were giving him throwdowns just to check whether he is having some discomfort while batting or not. But I don't think he will be fit enough to be part of the first T20I.
So that's a fairly detailed account from Shubhan as to what transpired in practice. I love mutton biryani. Jokers present in comments, criticize on cricket, not on reels. Time for Harman and Jemima to do the job. Appreciate all the coverage on Women's World Cup. Trisha, why only Harman and Jemima? I think against Australia, these people are on the cusp of history. They beat Australia in a home World Cup semi-final. Statues will be put all around India. This is that important a match. Put your hand up and do the job. You become immortal. I'll go to Bharat on that about the significance. But first to you and Sneha Trisha, this is the match of their lives in many, many ways.
Absolutely. I think why is Harman and Jemmy being pinpointed? I'm not 100% sure. I think everybody has to step up. Be it Smriti Mandana, be it whoever will be the other opener, Hurleen, for every single one. And why only batters? Even for the bowlers. Be it Renuka, she has been phenomenal so far for India. But then ultimately it all boils down to this match and against the Australians, where of course you're not coming as favorites. Let's face this, against every single team, you came in as favorites and lost to a few of them. But against Australia, it's always Australia that's the favorite team. So all of them have to say that we have always heard in press conference, Snehashish, and I have spoken about this, that we all know our roles. It's time that they put their hands up and says, we not only know our roles, we will execute it to 1,000%, not even 100%, because against Australia, 100% won't work. So as you said, just to say,
Yes,
can you hear us?
we can.
Yeah, you disappeared all of a
Okay.
sudden.
So
Yeah.
as I was saying, this could be the last World Cup for a lot of them. So it's high time they performed, they got over this, and it's just one match. I know Australians are, in
There's an internet glitch at the Navi Mumbai end. Bharat, take that question. Take that question. This is the match of their lives, clearly, for these girls. I mean, yes, high pressure, but with the crowd support, Navi Mumbai, big ground, one-off game. Knockout matches are always different. Do you reckon India does have a realistic chance against Australia, Bharat?
I think they are back.
No, but it doesn't matter. You go for it. I'll go back to that.
Okay, see, they have nothing to lose. It's as simple as that. Yes, I understand that Australia are the favorites. Yes, I understand that India have injury problems, but still, it's in a one-off game. If India play at their best, who knows, they can come out on top because they're playing at their home ground. They will have crowd support, and it could be a matter of a couple of players standing up, scoring 80 or 100, or someone taking 3 4 wickets. It could be even someone like Renuka Singh taking a couple of wickets up front if Elisa Haley plays, clean up, castle her, or take another wicket, and suddenly Australia could be 10 for 2. So you just have nothing to lose. Just go out there and play your best cricket and hope for the best. Because even in sports, underdogs can win. We have seen that when Rafael Nadal was at his absolute peak at Roland Garros, he still lost to one Robin Soderling. No one expected him to lose that match. Then he again went on to win another 4 French Opens, so he also lost. So anything can happen, and I still believe that despite injury problems, if there is one team that can beat Australia, at least in a one-off game in this World Cup, I think it is the Indian team. So, and that one-off game could be in the semi-final. I'm just looking at it from a brighter side of things. I understand that Australia will still start as the favorites.
Yeah, last round of questions because I've also got a meeting to go to today. What an irony! Everyone was saying Australian summer and Indian journalists are freezing. But that's Australia. Even in summer, peak summer, you will find Melbourne
It's
very
it's the
chilly, Sydney very
it's the
chilly.
late part of their winter. It's the late part of their winter. Officially, the summer is not hit.
Plus, even in Melbourne and these kind of cities, you have 3 4 different climes in one day. Even in the peak of summer, you find it very cold on occasions. And if you're not used to it, it can be very cold. Whoever asked that question, but Shubhan, India in the T20 format, this is the more important series. Last question to you: this is the more important series. World Cup blueprint. Do you see it emerging from here? Because 5 games here and then a few more, and you're already into that World Cup last month. So how are you seeing this series shape up? Experimentation, fine tuning. How are you seeing it?
Boris, we'll see the skeleton of the team remain intact. You will see Abhishek Shubman being getting more games as openers. You will see Sanju Samson at number 5 getting more games and getting a hang of that particular position. Surya and Tilak, we know they interchange as per the situation at number 3 or 4. So your top 5 will now be settled. Number 6, you don't have a Hardik Pandya in this series, so it's a great opportunity for someone like a Shivam Dubey or even a Nitish Kumar Reddy if he's fit to push their case. Shivam is currently the one of the mainstays in this T20I format, and he has been bowling really well. We all remember his exploits with the ball in the Asia Cup. So now he can give more confidence to the captain or the team management that I can be one of your reliable bowlers going forward. If you need me, I am not just your 1 or 2 over bowler. If it need be, you can give me more overs if I'm bowling well. So for these players, it is a great opportunity. A team like Australia, they have some gun, although it's not their full-fledged side, but they have a white ball unit. Their white ball players, BBL experience. They know what they can do. So against this Australian unit with the grounds and the pitches will get in this series will be flat. It won't be as a bit trickier that what we saw in the ODI series. The pitches will be flat somewhere like a Canberra. The ground is the dimensions are smaller. So for bowlers, we know what Jasprit Bumrah, Arshdeep Singh can do. They are your two proper pace bowlers. But for someone like a Shivam Dubey, for someone like a Nitish Kumar Reddy, it's their time to push their case. The World Cup T20 World Cup will be in India. So apart from Akshar Patel, do you play a Washington Sundar with him, or do you play a Washington Sundar plus a Varun Chakravarti or a Kuldeep Yadav with him? So that is the combination that the team management would be trying. I am pretty sure you will see most of the players in this squad get a game. Rinku Singh, what do you do with him? Do you play him? Do you make him sit in the bench? If you are playing a Shivam Dubey, do you make him bowl more? So these are the questions which India will try to find out in this series, and against a very good Australian team who can challenge you. Asia Cup, we kept on talking about the same thing that Pakistan are not up to our level, UAE, Oman, they are not up to our level. But against Australia, this is the time, they will be challenged. They will be challenged, and for them also to cement their place in the 11, for someone like a Shivam Dubey, Rinku Singh, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Varun Chakravarti, Kuldeep Yadav, whoever gets that chance, I think they will push their case to now cement their spot in the 11 or perhaps the 15. So very important series in that way. But again, as I said, for Surya Kumar Yadav, for Shubman Gill, plenty of question marks, plenty of criticism going around on social media for them to, silence the critics for one and all. I think this is the perfect opportunity against an Aussie team. And whenever you do well against Australia, the Indian cricket community recognize you.
Bharat, last question to you before I close the show. Are you kind of giving India a solid chance in the men's T20? Like Shubhan said, this is a very, very important series. Has context. World Cup 2.5, 3 months away. So this series will give you quite a few answers. You were there at the Asia Cup. You've seen this team. You've been closely observing some players that you would want to look out for. Your thoughts on the T20 series before I close?
Yeah, among the three formats, if you have to choose one format where India are at their best, absolute best, then I think it is T20I cricket. Yes, I understand that in ODI cricket also India have been very powerful, but still there might be a problem or two in that format. But in this format, I think India are at their absolute best. The kind of cricket they're playing, right from Abhishek Sharma, who is in the form of his life. If you notice how he bats, the first ball is he will try to smash whoever is the bowler. He will try to smash that bowler for a six. We saw that when Jofra Archer and Markwood kept bowling rockets and they kept getting hit for sixes at the Wankhede. So right from the start, they play with that kind of intent. Yes, Surya Kumar Yadav has been going through a bad patch. Maybe it's not at the peak of his prowess because he's also now 35 years old. But still, as a captain, is very much important to that particular side. And another one I will look at is Shubman Gill. I think he's trying to perhaps play different kind of game, trying to charge down the deck, dance down the deck every single time. I think he's better off maybe trying to play in a traditional way where he looks to play a lot of his sweetly timed strokes instead of just charging down the deck and trying to hike across the line. So I think these are the players. Another one is I think Jasprit Tumra is not. I'm not saying he's in bad form as such, but over the last few months it seems as if he's been muscling through the crease a lot more than he used to. So hopefully he will get into good rhythm in this series, and I expect India to do well and win the series.
Shubhan, there are some reports doing around in social media about Shreyas Iyer's injury and critical and all of that. Can you once again just clarify that there is no need to panic? Can you just put things to rest and once and for all put out a detailed thing on Shreyas Iyer? Next 30 seconds, over to you, and I'll close the show. What is the update? Because there is a lot of speculation going on.
See, Bodia, that's not a normal injury. That is why he has been asked to stay back and not given the clearance to travel back to India. It's not a normal blow or a normal injury. Spleen is a critical area. It's somewhere. It's related to breathing. His vitals had dropped this morning. Uh, that is why he's being taken care of extensively by the staff in the Sydney in a Sydney hospital. So it's not like he's perfectly fine. He's doing okay, but he's normal. He's stable. That's in medical terms, he's stable. So when he's stable in the ICU, doctors will take, like we as Indians have that habit of uh, hearing the word ICU and panicking. So it's ICU. Even after normal surgery, a minor surgery, doctors shift the patient to an ICU just for a couple of hours, just to know that he's doing fine. So that is why Shreyas Iyer has been shifted there. In case his vitals drop once again, there will be proper care that he gets. In terms of his well-being, he's doing absolutely fine. In the next couple of days, you might hear that he is on the verge of being released from the hospital, and then he will move to India. Or from if people are thinking that family is coming to Sydney, is there something really serious? No. If I am a father, if I am a husband, if I am a brother, if someone from my family is in ICU, that's normal. That I'll fly there and see whether he's doing fine or not. Family love is something which everyone needs when they are not well, even during a minor fever. So it's nothing that big that people are making it out of. So let's see. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Wish him a speedy recovery, and I'm pretty sure in the next 2, 3, 5, 4, 5 days you will get the news that he has been released from the hospital.
Okay, on that note, I'll end the show. Folks. Thank you for joining us. Tomorrow, very early morning, India time, India practices. Shubhayan will update from a very chilly Canberra, wearing his multiple layers, whether it's a sweatshirt or a jacket that he's bought. And what? Rohan is saying, wear a monkey cap if you can, and prove to the world that you're a Bengali. You not carried your monkey cap, otherwise you would have
No money,
definitely made
no
it.
money. It is very
Oh, he
expensive
said
in
no money.
Canberra, one of the most expensive capitals in the world.
আরে তুই আমি জোগাড় করছি দাঁড়া ক্যানবেরাতে I'll tell somebody to get you some warm clothing. Wait, I'll tell a couple of my academic colleagues. We'll sort that out offline. But Shubhan Chakraborty, take care of yourself. Bharat Ramraj, thanks for joining us. Trisha Snehashish were with us. We'll be back soon. Plenty of news happening. And as I said, early morning